Hey guys, it's Archangel here. Sorry if you can't see my face, the camera's not high enough. Take a look at this I just got today. It's Kylo Ren's saber. It's a simple version, the extendable version. I kind of prefer these electronic versions just because the blade can seal down and it kind of looks a little nicer, even though it is sticking outside. It's alright. Detailing's okay, I guess, but I've seen one of these on YouTube. Someone ripped the blades out, made a custom handle, and it looked absolutely amazing. I've had to use techniques like boot polish and all that. I've got the blue wire, the main red wire here, the gold paint, the grey bit in there with the holes. This is because it's blade builders where you can get a connector piece, stick it in, and connect it on the back of another blade. To activate this, it's show you the back as well. I believe that's the activation button. I'm not sure, so you'd activate it. But to activate, you've got to hold it here and just flick it like that. And these extend at 2 points. This one, and this extends at 4 points. 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's not bad. Definitely a bit small. That's never happened before. Yeah, that never happened before. This isn't too bad. Like I said, the blades are short, however, and I can sort of see why they are. Because one, this is a kid's toy, and two, physics. They couldn't get these to fully extend out. Well, they might be able to, actually. They might get away with it, but it would probably be very difficult. Yeah, I've been lucky to have both of these closed at one point and just have the main blade sticking out. To get it back in, if it does get very tight, what you do is twist it and then let it flop down. You have to push that all down, then push these in, otherwise they're just going to spring out. Yeah, you can probably see it makes some swooshing sounds. It's not bad. You probably can't see it, but there is actual... I suppose you could just about see it. There is actual sculpted lines here of the crackle effect, that really, really crude, erratic effect that this blade has. It wasn't a smooth blade like the others. I mean, from a distance, yeah, it looks fine. I know you can see my face. I mean, from this distance, it looks fine. I mean, on the toy, it'll look fine, but in the actual movie, it was very crackly, and the crackliness... Let's get my camera. You can probably just see that in the plastic. I'm not too sure. If you got this in person, you would be able to see it a lot better. Yeah, as you can see, it's stuck in, and yeah. So yeah, they've done other ones of these, like Obi-Wan Kenobi's and Anakin Skywalker's before he became Darth Vader. They even did Darth Vader's one of these. I do want to pick them all up. Oh, what do I have to compare it to? I don't really have anything to compare this to be honest, except for a sonic screwdriver. This thing will dwarf the sonic screwdriver. This all condenses in there, like that. There is a hole there, and unfortunately you can just about see through the damn thing, which is a bit stupid. See, you can practically see through it. Unfortunately, holding it like this and then flicking it, and as soon as it's on the camera, you have to hold it like this and flick it with your wrist. And as you can probably hear all that snapping, that is now jammed. So what you do is you twist it and then push it down at the same time, and it will unjam it. These blades like to stick. Mine's a sticky one, fortunately I'm taking time with it. It's not bad, I guess as a role-playing toy or a cosplay thing, but I do recommend, like, if you really want to take some paint to it and make this really worthwhile. Like, you get some like fluorescent or glow-in-the-dark paint and do up all the little cracks on this blade, and it would look like a masterpiece, but it would be a pain because, let me tell you right now, there is a ridiculous amount of crackle effects on here. There's loads of them. I may paint them yellow or white or something, and as you can see it jams, so grab it, and it's, as you can see, it does like to be a pain sometimes. Yeah, this would be great for cosplaying or something. You could just attach it to your belt right there. Oh wait, you can't because there's no clip. I'm not sure if that's true to the movie. I don't think it is true to the movie. Now, the blade builders thing, I don't actually have another one to do it with, nor would it work because the electronic ones are the only ones with a little plug-in piece, and then there's a double-sided plug, you plug it in one end, and then you plug it in the other, text, and, you know, it could double-ended lightsaber or something like that. You can blade builders are really weird. It's just a ridiculous thing. It's completely stupid. I mean, you can end up with all sorts of crazy designs, which to me, half of them are just impractical as all hell. But yeah, this on its own, not bad. You could probably do some tweaking, make these a bit longer. To make a metal one of these would... Just lower the camera. I mean, I want to sit down so you guys can actually see me. To make a metal one of these, as much as I'd like to, I would have to tear this thing apart. And honestly, as I was saying, I'd have to take this thing apart, and not really something I want to do. And I ain't planning on buying a second one of these just to rip it to shreds. I mean, I watched a YouTube video, and you know, the guy, he said he showed that there was no screw holes on it, and he just grabbed the thing, squeezed the blades, and just tore them out. Me, I don't really want to force anything out of place. I mean, I could just get away with painting the handle and then you know, doing that, and that's it. Sorry, camera thing popping up, but you know. This isn't something I could easily make out of metal, unless I just make the display hilts and then get the glass tube and weld it on, glue it on or something. The only things that really detract from the appearance are the copyright crap there, and there. And that's the only thing really. As a toy, it's not bad, but the price is a little bit steep. It's about £15, or online it's £10. Actually, no, I've seen it online for $10. Actual US shop, $10. Which is not too bad actually, but I suppose bit being finicky there. I suppose just having all the extra. I suppose just having the extra side pieces kind of makes it a bit more expensive. But Obi-Wan's and Anakin's are about $9.99 or dead on tenner. This was dead on 15. It's not like this. This was $4.99. A little Spike figure that I've reviewed, you know, previously. This is dead on 15. And you know what's funny? Nearly 4 inches. I don't know how big this lightsaber is. Yeah, the thing's fucking massive, pardon my language. It is enormous. It's not a bad saber, actually. It looks good. I kind of like the fact that the blade is extendable. Not having electronics doesn't bother me that much, to be honest. I mean, if I was able to strip this thing down, I could probably get some electronics and put it in. 3 things holding me up. 1, finding the right sound and embedding it into a chip. And 2 is stripping this thing down. And 3, I don't know how to work electronics. Yeah, so that is not happening anytime soon. And, you know, I'd have to go to the HASBRO factories and figure out how to build one of these things to actually do it. Also, no more paint detail. They did attempt to get the scuff metal with the silver on the edges. Which, sorry, I got something stuck in my mouth. Oh, God. I'll leave that later. And you guys are saw that on camera. Brilliant. As I was saying, the reason it is scuffed on the edges is it's actually supposed to be scorch marks, because apparently these are vents. And the crystal cracked, and the crystal inside is cracked. Kyber or Kyber, I'm not too sure. I'd have to research it again. And it has to vent excess out of these, but it ends up causing crossbars, and they are so hot that they actually warp the metal. I'm surprised they don't melt it. melt the metal entirely. I mean, this was made out of a pretty strong metal for those who don't make. Well, not this is plastic. It's a plastic toy, but I mean the actual in the film. It isn't bad. These things are pretty fun. You know, just, you know, flail around the place like a nut job. The older ones had a button that you pull down and then flick it open. These ones you just don't. You just have to give a good firm flick, and it's not too bad. But yeah, that's Kylo Ren's lightsaber. Big, but nowhere near as big as the Force Effects version. And personally, that's a bit steep for me and in price wise. And from what I've seen, I'm gonna stay clear of it. I've seen some defective versions, let's just say. Some funny versions on YouTube, but still. Kylo Ren's lightsaber. Do I recommend buying this? I guess if you have the money. You could probably get away with a really nice custom paint job along the handle. And maybe even the blade. So, you know, you got the time, you got the resources, you could make this into a pretty killer prop replica or something. It would make nice for cosplay. It would also do well for painting techniques. You could get away painting all these crackle effects, so you would have to leave the blades out to dry, obviously. I'd recommend, if you are going to get one of these and paint it, I do recommend Googling some tutorials or looking them up on YouTube. Because there is one guy who's actually, it's sort of a tutorial, he goes through it step by step on the video. And let me tell you right now, it does really look good. Only gripe is, I don't think you can put the blades back in. Me, I would just wrap them in masking tape, at least the tips. God, that is bloody tough even for me. Wrap these in masking tape, push them in, and then spray it all. And paint it. I don't know. I'm probably not going to paint this just because I actually kind of like the stock paint job. I may put some little bits in the circuitry just to kind of highlight them. But to be honest, I actually do not mind the stock paint job. The stock paint job is actually alright. And this is a HASBRO toy we're talking about. The stock paint jobs on some of their toys are a bit shit. Yeah, I mean, Transformers, most modern ones, have a shit paint job. Still, at least they're doing well with Star Wars anyway, because I remember hearing something about, you know, people saying that Disney can just yank the Star Wars franchise off of people if they're not doing a good enough job. This seems to be alright. Although, knowing me, I'd want it to be partially chromed out, but this doesn't really need it, because it is dirty in the film anyway. It's all dirty and black, and it's very crudely assembled. But still. In fact, you know what? Just Google crossbar lightsaber or Kylo Ren's lightsaber, and then go on the official Wikipedia. That'll probably give you more information than me sitting flapping my mouth non-stop. So yeah, I have been reviewing this. Goodbye. Good for a small kid, good for a cosplay, I guess, and it's a budget saver, so it's not bad. As you can see, full length. Not bad. So I would pick this up if I were you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.